going on in the black ass news. Come get this black ass news. Wake up. Wake up. I know, look, I know it's Saturday, right? But let's get this black ass news. So, y'all, like, I don't know if you've seen the videos I posted about Melania Trump. So I posted those yesterday. Actually, yeah, well before some of the news has broken, right? But the videos I posted yesterday, make sure you go back on the channel and watch, like, comment, share. Okay. And subscribe if you haven't already subscribed. But Melania Trump, she just came out of nowhere with this press conference, right? Now, Melania Trump, the Black Ass News nickname, because I give folks nicknames all the time, the nickname for Melania Trump is Melanica. Okay, I'll call Melania Melanica. So she shall henceforth be referred to as Melanica. So Melanica Trump came out with this press conference the other day. And she was like, she has no connection to PDFer Jeffrey Epstein. And, she met her husband years ago. She's not connected. She's not on those Epstein files. But, child, I know who is in those Epstein files, and that's that man that she married, right? That's that man that folks elected to the White House, right? So, it kind of caught us by surprise because Melania literally does not come out and do anything. Like, you'll see her reading to some kids, and it looks crazy because, it's like a robot, right? Like, it's like, girl, what's going on? You know, I always say my forever FLOTUS, Michelle Obama. That is a forever FLOTUS. No one can ever feel Michelle Obama's stilettos. Okay, first of all, let's be clear. But what's crazy with this whole thing is crazy. All of us were wondering, we have not heard from we have not heard from Melanica. Melanica don't say shit, especially with this last term in office. I feel like they got separate bedrooms in the Oval Office. They not sleeping together. They not hunching. All right. The last time I feel like they was hunching was probably when Barron was born. And we know all the rumors that are associated with that man. All the rumors about a court, not just rumors, he is in the Epstein files. Now, all of them have not been released. But Melanica is talking, and meanwhile, all of us, at least me, at least my black ass, is like, girl, talk to that man about releasing the rest of these Epstein files. No, you're not going to do that. But you want to get on, have a press conference and say what you're not connected to. Literally, no one wondered about any of this. It's kind of like a hit dog gonna holler. Like, a hit dog is always going to holler. And we were literally like, girl, where did you come from? And what's really going on? So, come to find out. Now, some of these things, a lot of this is like internet rumor. Some of it is not, though. Because even the New York Times is reporting that the guy's name is Paolo Zempoli. They reported that his ex-wife, Amanda Unaro, that they reported, the New York Times, and I can't pull it up for you, but and I'll do something about it later, but the New York Times reported that Paulo asked Trump to deport Amanda Child. And that's what all this has to do with. Amanda got deported, and Amanda's coming with receipts. Now, Amanda was apparently a friend of the Trumps, a friend of Melanica. Okay? Amanda says she with the shits and she ready to talk, child. Now, listen, myself, I feel like you can't trust no MAGA. All right. I can't trust no MAGA. I can't really trust somebody associated with MAGA because if you were with the shits, I side-eye you, and I'm going to side-eye you. But I'm here for this MAGA tea, child. This is what we found out. So apparently she's been tweeting, right? Amanda been busy. Amanda got deported, but she's been tweeting, and she said, bitch, I know who you really are. Talking about Melanica, right? She claims she's been on the Epstein flight log since she was 17 years old. And she's also saying that she was deported as a personal favor to Donald Trump, right? To Trump's friend and international ambassador Paolo Zempoli. Number one, this is a huge scandal in and of itself, right? But we know that man does a lot of things that he shouldn't do. Secondly, Amanda says she know where the bodies are buried, baby, and she's ready to talk. She says she know where the bodies are buried. She said, you don't want her. She said, be careful with her. She said, talk to her nicely, right? Hey, Aisha, how are you? She said, talk to her nicely because baby, she knows some things. She know a thing or three, right? She said, quote, careful with me, bitch. I will expose everything. Look, a lot of this is according to blogs and again, internet rumor. I'm reading from, and I like to give accreditation to my sources. Okay, right now I'm reading from the U.S. Democratic Socialist. I'm reading from Here's Why Kevin. The blogs is telling it. The blogs is telling it all. I'm here for all this Mar-a-Lago tea. I'm here for all the MAGA tea. Okay, but these two were apparently best buddies, BFFs. Okay, they were BFFs, and now, child, Amanda said, "No, you done put her out the U.S." And baby, she running to tell it all. She running. Look, Amanda is running like Shikari to tell it all. And I'm okay, y'all. So I'm looking at the stories now. Uh, According to what is appears to be a verified tweet, you got to be careful, child, because AI be busy. Hey, Daily, D Daily. AI be busy, child, so you got to be careful. So this is what I like to say where I get my stuff from, right? But Amanda, according to what appears to be a verified post on X, I mean, I see the little blue check mark, but child, like I said, people love to lie. But this is what it's saying, right? At this point, it's saying Amanda's out here saying she will tear down your corrupt system. Even if it's the last thing I do in my life, I will go all the way. I'm not afraid. Amanda's like, maybe you should be afraid of what I know of who you are and who your husband is, child. This MAGA tea is hot. It's hot, y'all. Amanda's out here saying, I have nothing left to lose in my life. I will tear down the entire system. Be careful with me, bitch. Child, Amanda's out here saying all kind of stuff. Amanda is saying, I will take legal action against you and your pedophile husband. We know who that is. That's that man, right? Trump. Amanda's out here saying she gonna tell all the secrets. All the secrets. She says, I have known you for 20 years. You knew I was detained in ICE. I mean, I don't know what Melanica was gonna do about that. But you were present in my life every year of my son's birthday, even sending Secret Service and being the first to congratulate him back in 2016. Now, Amanda, girl, you know you can't trust MAGA. You know you cannot trust Amanda. You can't trust MAGA because you can't trust anybody associated with that. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you, Amanda. You sat by and watched, and now it's your turn, girl. Now it's your turn. So now you paying for it. Look, D Daly, do something before he destroys. Listen, we did all we can do. Okay, the black people did all we can do. We did what we were supposed to do. We voted, and other people decided not to. We're sitting back like everybody else. I don't know. We I feel like, but Amanda, maybe Amanda is the one who needs to do something because she is tweeting out here saying that something I'm quoting from her reported tweet. Hey, David, something was clearly wrong, but I am not part of any evil mission involving children. So what did you do, Melania? You tried to involve me, but you failed because I have character, child. And she's released all these, photos, and it's a mess, child. It's a whole ass mess. So she says here, she said directly to Melania, hello, Melania. I was around you for 20 years. You knew I was inside ICE. Again, I stay close to your family, your mother, your father, not because of you, but because of them at events and everything else. So shut your mouth when speaking about me because I will expose everything I know. Amanda said, keep your mouth off of me. Keep your mouth off of me. Hey, This World History. Amanda said, keep your mouth off of me. This World History. France is good. France is very good. Listen, I'm trying to survive like everybody else, trying to not to go to Jesus, Devontae Christ, deep fried and crispy. That man is trying to do a lot of things. I'm just trying to listen, stay safe. That's all I'm trying to do. Thank you for asking. This World History. D Daly, I don't think she's a human. I think she's like a robot, really. I said on another post that blink 3 times if she needs help, but no one is coming to save her because this is what she signed up for. I was being funny with it. But when you sleep with the devil, I mean, nobody can help you. You signed up for a good time. Even Amanda. I'm willing to call Amanda out because Amanda, you was okay with MAGA, the Trumps, as long as you're benefiting from it. As soon as you got put out the US, as soon as ICE rolled up, now you got a problem. Now you exposing everything. Now I'm here for the exposing. Please expose it, okay? Because I feel like these folks know a lot of things. Please expose it, okay? Please expose it. She signed, yes, D Daly. Yes, she signed up for the wallet and the benefits, and she was okay with being a mail order bride. I don't care what nobody say. Hey, Nat Cook from Nance, okay, and Charlotte, hey, hey. Um, hey Nat, you from is it? How do you pronounce it? Is it not? My look, my French is horrible. I'm trying to learn. Nance in Charlotte, North Carolina. What's up? What's up? The South. What's up? I lived 16 years in Atlanta before coming here. So how are you doing? Hey Nat. Hey Nat. Hey. So I'm telling you, y'all, this MAGA tea is piping hot because I don't care if it's Melanica. I don't care if it's Amanda Unaro. They signed up for it, right? They were okay. They were okay with everything as long as it did not benefit them. As long as it did not hurt them. But listen, I'm here for this tea being spilled. Please spill the tea. Because I wonder, I'm like, why is Melanica talking to us right now? There's a reason. There has to be a reason because she popped up. Like, she popped up. And I just cannot figure it out. Like, girl, what? Girl, what? The fifth world, the light of the day is the best disinfectant. You know, I love some sunshine now. This world history, yes, you know what? We have a certain privilege here. France does still love Black Americans. Closely monitoring the situation because if shit go left, you know, unfortunately, I'm a, I'm an immigrant here, right? And so if stuff goes left, you know, immigrants are often the first ones to be blamed. So always monitoring and watching. The luxury bucket list. Yes, Melania was a pass around, a mail order bride. I don't care what Melania's out here talking about. She met Donald Trump at a holiday party in 97 or 98. Girl, we know what the deal was. Y'all had an arrangement, okay? Like I said, they sleep in separate bedrooms. You're not telling me. I feel like the last time that man touched her was probably when they had Barron. And we know that man was sleeping with, what's her name? Stormy Daniels. Wow, Melania was pregnant. Just a hoe. Your president is a hoe. Okay? My Barack Obama and my Michelle Obama would never. A whole ass hoe who likes underage women. Not women, I take that back. Let me get my words right. Who likes little girls. Okay? Likes little girls. All right? She got it like she lived it. You know what? The luxury bucket list, you're right. This is why I don't feel sorry for her. I will never feel sorry for her. I don't even feel sorry for Amanda. Amanda Unaro was with it too. She was holding the receipts though. So I'm here for that tea. I want her to tell the tea. Okay? I do want her to tell the tea. But I side out all of them. There is no sympathy for me with Melanica. Melanica, it's like, girl, like I said, she looked like she don't want to even touch that man. If you've seen photos, like the body language, she looks like she kind of like throw up in her mouth a little bit every time she touches that man. I get it. I probably would too. I just feel like, thank God for being a Black woman that I don't have to sell my soul to get married to somebody, right? I don't have to sell my soul to get married to someone with poor moral character. I don't have to sell my soul to get inducted into a certain high society. I don't have to sell my soul to do certain things. It's not happening. Moral character, values, right? If those things do not align, it's like, please get out my face, right? But Melania, that's the thing. Folks want us to be sorry for her. So yeah, and the luxury bucket list, she's under contract. I wish folks would realize that she is under contract. There was a deal signed. And she's gonna fill out the terms of the deal. I feel like as soon as that man, whether he kicks the bucket or whether he leaves office, hopefully in handcuffs, the deal gonna be up. Melania got, she brought her whole family here, right? Her whole entire family got to the U.S. Melania was a sacrificial lamb. She did what she felt like she had to do. Again, it don't mean I feel sorry for her. but not this way, not never. But I get kind of what happened. So now the fact that she's saying all this stuff and coming out with these tweets, and Amanda, like I said, I'm here for this Amanda T. The internet blogs are reporting it again. Like I told you, I like to cite my sources. The blogs, the internet is reporting it. The New York Times did report that her husband, Amanda's husband, did use Trump to deport Amanda. So that part we know for sure. Now Amanda telling it all. She telling it all, telling all the MAGA business. I'm here for that. Okay. Amanda, it's complicated. It's complicated. Yeah, the luxury bucket list. Melanica, she gonna be all right. She in her 50s. Listen. She got her whole thing set up. All her people are in the U.S. She'll be all right. We should not be crying no tears over her. Not at all. She gonna be okay. All right. She can't get to that man. She can't tell him nothing. He won't listen to her or nobody else. Reportedly, he didn't even know that she was doing a press conference, which I find that really hard to believe. I don't believe any of that. Certain things I believe and certain things I don't believe, and that's one of them. I think everyone knew what was going on because it really was like, girl, what is you talking about? We weren't even checking for you. The last time we saw Melanica, she was out here trying to read books in English to little kids, and the little kids was looking at her like, girl, what? like, like, what's going on? And I'm like, girl, FLOTUS would have planned the FLOTUS would have been Michelle Obama, and this is my forever FLOTUS, okay? Let me be clear. She would have been the one, like, planning the, helping to plan or monitor the Easter, the presidential Easter, the parade, the Easter egg hunt. FLOTUS would have been, doing FLOTUS activities, but instead we got a person who was, look, sex worker. No, look, I'm not saying it's not business, it's not work. It is, right? Sex work is work, but was a sex worker, okay? Mail order bride turned first lady. Let's be clear about what this is. Now, I'm not shading her, but I am shading the hypocrisy. The MAGA hypocrisy. Can you imagine? Because I'm never going to forget how folks talked about Michelle Obama, okay? I'm never going to forget how folks talked about her for wearing a sleeveless dress, wearing her natural hair, right? For her not even being able to wear braids in the White House because folks were going to talk about her. I'm not ever going to forget how y'all said that she was a man. I'm never going to forget it, okay? Never. Not never. So when I'm calling out the hypocrisy of Melania, or Melanica as I like to call her, it is based upon that. Not her being a sex worker necessarily. It's based upon the MAGA hypocrisy that would talk about a Michelle Obama, Ivy League educated Michelle Obama. But yet you have someone in the White House as the first lady who is not even qualified. I mean, we got the president there who's not qualified, who folks elected who's not qualified. So I guess I should not be surprised. But you get my point. You get my point. The hypocrisy is amazing. The MAGA hypocrisy. Because when would this ever have been quote unquote okay for a first lady? Look at like Jackie Onassis, right? Jackie Kennedy Onassis, right? Look at women who have been in that position. Laura Bush, right? Hell, even the throat goat herself, Nancy Reagan. Now, I mean, this is a rumor, okay? Nancy been, I don't know if she went to the upper room or the lower room, but Nancy been gone for a minute. But they said she was a throat goat child. Look around Hollywood. Don't get me to lying, but that's what they said. But I'm just saying, all the first ladies champion certain things. They fulfill the roles, right? You had Eleanor Roosevelt. Like, go back in history. You had Jimmy Carter, his wife, and I'm mental blank, y'all. I can't remember her name. Jimmy Carter's the first lady. What was her name? Y'all put her name in the comments if y'all can think of it. I got a menopause brain. I can't think of her name. Rosalind. What's her name? Rosalind Carter. Look at all the things she did. Right? Look at all the things that she did, the accomplishments that she made along with her husband after, he left office. Yes, the luxury bucket. Yeah, Nancy the throat goat. I'm surprised. Listen, we didn't know any of this when she was alive, child. But yeah, she was definitely. She told us to say no to drugs. She didn't say about them throat goat skills she had. I was like, what? Child, what? Really though, I want to know her education level too. I don't think she has any education. Like I said, black women, we are the demographic, highly educated, most highly educated demographic in the US. So yeah, I don't think she has any higher education myself. Foundational Black Americans. We do have Black American privilege in France. We do. We really do. And I want more people to understand that. And you really have to travel here to see it. We don't have the same privilege in the US. They don't like it. They don't fuck with us like that in the US. When you come here, Americans have a certain privilege because they even treat us differently than they treat the Africans from like the 14 countries they colonized. It is very much a difference. The French still have a very a different attitude towards Americans. A lot of that dealing with, with the war from many years ago, right? They still black people have come to France for more than 100 years, right? And so they still look at us differently. There is definitely Black American privilege. Definitely. The Fifth World, she planted flowers along the highways. It was beautiful growing up. Who are you talking about? Rosalind Carter. Um, but yeah, going back to your question, who asked? Hold on. Going back to your question about the Black American privilege, Foundation of Black Americans. Yeah, there is privilege here. I mean, you had, I mean, Paul Robeson, you had James Baldwin, you had Josephine Baker. Josephine Baker owned three, not one, not two, but three jazz clubs here in Paris. I live about 10 minutes away from one of them. It's very small now. It's now in a hotel. But I'm telling you, there's a certain amount of Black privilege that we've had. Black Americans have come to France as a refuge from America for more than 100 years. Honestly, I wish more people knew the history. I really do, because there is definitely a history of us being here. Many entertainers, writers, musicians, a lot of folks have come here Black Americans have come here for a refuge. Really, though, Epstein visa, we need to look into that. This is why I said she needs to talk to that man she married. Tell him to release the damn files. Okay, release the rest of them. Because we know he's all up and through there. That's why that press conference was like, girl, what? What you doing? Talk to that man. Talk to that man. Talk to that man. Nat Cook. Honestly, honors to Black Americans. Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely. The Fifth World. Oh, yeah, I keep it real. Some people don't like that. MAGA don't like that. So they come on the page from time to time. But I know my content is hidden because they're here. They gonna pop up. Even in the comments, they're probably gonna pop up. They're never far away. They always watching, and I'm always like, y'all got so many news outlets. You got Fox News, you got News Now, you got all these outlets that you can get with people that you agree with, right? You can kiki, okay? You can kiki. Candy Pops, Jesus loves me. Yes, he does. Black Jesus definitely loves me. Oh, yes, he does. Yes, he does. I can say that for sure. He loves me, and I hope he loves you too. Um, but yeah, it's so crazy and so wild. But yeah, on this channel, I definitely try to keep it real and just be honest with folks. I want people to, you know, I always tell people, please get your passport. Black Americans specifically, please get your passport. Please travel if you can, right? It's not until you travel that you see how we're barely tolerated in the US. And when you get other places, you get a whole different reaction. Now, sometimes no, listen, racism is global. I'm not saying nowhere is perfect. France is not perfect. Okay, it's not. Nowhere is perfect. But I can tell you what, I can tell you I get treated a whole lot better in certain places than I do in the US. And my family history in the US goes back that I can find it, at least into 1815. I'm trying to find more history, but I can trace back to 1815 in the US. Yes. So I'm trying to do more research into that, but my family members and I have traced back to 1815. The oldest ancestor is believed to have come through New Orleans, but my family is deep south. I'm talking about Albany, Leesburg, Georgia. Yeah, that's where my family is. Thank you, Orange Cap Music. Thank you. I accept those blessings. Thank you so much. The luxury bucket list. Yes, Paris is all has been a vibe for me since 2017. Honestly, Foundational Black Americans. Listen, come on. I want y'all to come visit. I've had two American friends that come into town this week. I love it. I love seeing us. I can always spot us, and I love. That's the one thing I do miss. I miss Black American culture. I'm not even gonna lie, and so I love it when we come here because we have a time. We have a time. I spent some time with someone from the DMV yesterday, and 2 days before that was with someone, a friend who I've known, met her a couple years ago, and she is now living in the South, but used to live in on the West Coast. And I'm telling you, she's been coming to France for years and years, more than 20 years. So we're here. We are here. We definitely have a history here, and I wish more people would really understand that. The fifth world flying to France. Oh, listen, they do. Yeah, they will that they will definitely say call us out for being loud and rude. A lot of times it comes with American privilege because we think that we do talk loud. I'm not even gonna lie to you, and I didn't think we did, but we do. We can be loud, and that's across the board. Our volume is just higher. I don't know. After being here for a while, I can tell. But you know, Americans, we come with certain things that we want it the way we want it because in America it's all about the customer is right, is your way, and that's based upon capitalism. Here it's not based upon that, so it's totally different, totally different. And yeah, we do have the stereotype and the perception that we're rude for sure. Really though, but I find like for us, for most Black Americans, we gonna go stay out the way. We not doing all that. Okay, it's like don't put us with those other people. We are minding our business. We mind our Black ass business no matter where we are in the world, for real. Really though, I'm going to Africa. Yes. Yes. I love it. I love it. Where are you going in Africa? Which country are you going? I love it. I'm seeing definitely more Black Americans who are going to places like Ghana, countries like South Africa, Tanzania, so many places. Senegal. I love it. I love it. I'm trying to go to West Africa to visit because I need to go to I want to go to Senegal for like ancestral reasons. I want to go to Gore. I want to go to Ghana. I want to go and experience certain things. I know it's going to be really emotional, but I do want to go. Um, the fifth world, all the loud advertisements we had growing up. I don't know what it is, but we do. Our volume is always high. It really is. I mean, all across the board, we talk louder than everybody. And I think also French culture is very much like understated. It's very understated. So to us, to them, we are loud. We are loud. The luxury bucket list. Yes, definitely split time here or Venice. I love it. Yes, get your life the luxury bucket list. I love it. I love it. Um, yeah, the fifth world, we can't be boisterous. We talk our shit. We can't talk our shit now. We do talk our shit. But we do it in a certain way to where we're not obtrusive, right? Because we're literally taught that. We're literally taught to go somewhere and sit down. And we are boisterous with each other, and I love that for us. But for the most part, we are usually not the ones being Karens, right? And you know exactly what I mean. We are like, look, we minding our Black ass business. We over here in the cut. We not usually doing too much. But now you get us all together. Now we acting a fool in a good way, in a good way for sure. So I do understand what you're saying. But yeah, we have the perception. The perception is that, we are really loud. And it's just our volume. It's just our volume. We talk louder. We can be on the metro. I can always spot an American because our volume is high. Is always high. But y'all, this Melanica thing is crazy. It's wild. Make sure you stay tuned to this channel for the latest updates. The fifth world, I've been here it'll be 4 years in August. Officially here 4 years in August, but I've been coming here traveling since 2017. We really though, yes, a trip to Africa to see what is really going on and see what we can do. I think it depends on your particular goals, right? Um, I get the connection to it. I get us wanting to go there. I get us wanting to connect with our culture there. I do get it. Um, I think it depends. everyone's different. And me at this point, I'm not trying to add on no more extra work. I'm being honest with you. Me myself personally, but I get it. I do get it. I do get people saying, there's work to do. I'm just personally not wanting to go somewhere and go work. That's me. I'm 51. Like, yeah, I'm not for me, but I do understand and I do get it and I do respect it, really though. I really do. Everyone has to do their own thing, whatever it is that they're called for. At this point, my goal is rest, relaxation, and peace. For me, it's not work. And that's the one thing about being here has really taught me too, is that it's keeping work in perspective. In America, it's like, yeah, I had the 2 jobs, a business, all of that. Really though, the goal is to modernize and make it great. I do understand it's going to take some work, and I think it's I respect it. I do respect it. I just want to say that I'm not, no shade at all. Okay, no shade. I do respect it. But kind of like the luxury bucket list, I'm in my soft life. I want to do a safari too. I did one in South Africa and it was lovely. My daughter arranged it. If it had been up to me, I probably would not have done it, okay? Because I'm just like, nah, those animals like dark meat. They may want to eat me. And I was in the back of that Jeep looking at everything like I need to stay in the back. Okay. I took my photos, but the lions and the tigers and the rhinos and look, all the animals, the giraffes, and I talk about giraffes all the time on this channel, but uh the giraffes is cool, but those lions, I was just like, yeah, I need to stay in the back. But no, I encourage anybody to do a safari. It's nice. It's a nice thing to do. Definitely, I'm glad to say I've done it. I did it. I probably don't won't ever do it again. Okay, if my daughter had not made the arrangements for the trip, I probably would not have booked it. But it's definitely a must see thing, a thing that you must do. I love the fact, but going back to what Ed really though was saying, I love the fact that more of us are exploring Africa. I was having a conversation yesterday with a gentleman and from the U.S. and he was saying he has roots in Africa, but he's an American citizen, and he was just saying how he spent, he's reconnecting with his culture, and how much better you can live in Africa, and it's true. It's definitely true. If you, it's nothing to have a full service personal chef, a person to do the cleaning. That's normal. And a lot of times on that USD money, you can live like a king. I think a lot of times a lot of us were fed this lie, especially if you're a certain age. I mean, I'm of the we are the world generation, right? And so we were fed this lie of seeing, you know, certain cultures in Africa, the famines, the things that were going on, and it that's a lie. Like not everyone is living like that. We were taught that it was always nothing but poverty there. That is a lie. It's a lie. Um, the luxury bucket list, it definitely looks gorgeous. It's so many places. I'm just glad we're at a point to where people are traveling. And I support that, traveling anywhere, getting out of the US, traveling, maybe living there. Foundation of Black Americans, check the link in the description of my channel. I do offer that as a service of how you can move to France, and so click on the link. You'll see a link in my channel description. Just click on there. But the luxury bucket list, yeah, we're the same generation, because I remember the We Are the Worlds, and remember the flies around the people and the extended stomachs, and people at that time were literally dying of famine. And we were fed this thing of that Africa was this starved continent. We thought of Africa like a country, and that's misinformation. But when you see exactly how big it is, and when you see how even on world maps it is distorted. Africa is just the image. It's the size itself is distorted, right? But people are living well on a whole lot less. All I know, this is what I know. The age that I am now, the big age that I am now, the things that I have done in my life, raising my children, raising a family, being widowed, right? And from that journey, coming to France, I know that life is more than about work, 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 work. And I know that being here and seeing how the work life balance they have here and how hard I had to work. I don't know, like I said, I've done the multiple jobs. I've done the job and the businesses. Okay. I've had my own company, you know, with my late husband with 28 employees while working a job. Okay? It's you work so hard. You work so hard and then you work so hard and then you're so tired you can't even spend it. And then you have to work hard. And everyone always says that here, like, oh, I know you guys have two, three jobs. We have to. We have to because we don't know what's gonna happen. It's more than a million, almost a million black people who are out of work, black men and black women, out of work, out of work. So we have to have multiple things. Thank you, Foundational Black American. Enjoy your day in sunny Florida. Definitely will speak to you soon. Thank you for joining. Don't forget the link to, if you want to know more about moving abroad, the link is in my channel description. Um, yeah. Oh, thank you, Luxury Bucket List, for your for your condolences. Thank you. It forced me to look at life differently because this was supposed to be like our life, right? Like we were supposed to, you know, the kids that got into college, right, and or were getting to college, and it was like now is our time. We did the hard work, so it forced me to look at life differently. And he was truly my travel partner. So yeah, I don't talk about it a lot, but travel has always been something that was important to us. And you raise the kids, and it's like, okay, now we can do it. And because I didn't begin traveling internationally until about 2012. Until 2012. So for me, travel is bigger than just what you see. It has a deeper and like a broader meaning for me. So I need to share more of my story, and I don't typically. But yeah, it's a deeper meaning for me. And for me, France had always been Paris had always been that place. Paris was my girl. Okay, Paris was my girl. So I got a chance to come here at the end of 2017, and I kept coming back. Really though, I do have to tell it. I do. I do. My friends keep telling me, you need to tell your story. I'm like, okay, okay. Okay, I will. It's easy for me to laugh. The funny stuff. The other stuff is more difficult. So, yeah. But yeah, no, but thank you all so much for joining me this morning. I'm going to keep doing more videos about the Melanica situation because it's crazy. It's absolutely crazy, y'all. I'm sitting back. Sipping the MAGA tea today. I hope y'all really though, thank you so much. I appreciate that. I appreciate that so much. I appreciate that. I love it. Thank you so much. And thank you, the Luxury Bucket List. Hey ATL Sugar. Hey ATL. Hey there. Hey there. That's where my family is. How are you in ATL? Yeah, but no, definitely the goal is to tell my story more of how I kind of got here, how I got to this particular place. Like I've shared to people on this channel, Detroit native. I'm a Detroit girl through and through. But lived in Atlanta for 16 years. So, okay, hey April, nice to meet you. Nice to meet you. You said it is April. I'm going to go. Yes. Yes. Listen, you are definitely going to come. You are going to come. Yes, absolutely. You are going to come to Paris again. Absolutely. Let me know when you're coming. Let me know. I believe that with my whole entire heart. I know you'll come back. Um, the Luxury Bucket List. You're right. I do need to tell my story a bit more. It's yeah. I do need to tell it more. I just don't. I tend not to. I'll say little bits and pieces of it in some videos, but I don't really like tell the whole thing. So, but yeah, travel is a gift. It really is. Travel is a gift. And I wish more people, I want that for all of us. And it doesn't really matter wherever you can go. Even if you're like, okay, you know what? I only can go within the US. That's fine. That's fine. Whatever you can do. Can you do road trips? Can you go to your neighboring states? Can you go on the, maybe you go from West Coast to East Coast? Where can you go? Because it wasn't always that I was able to go internationally. It was not. Oh, ATL Sugar, yes. Okay, you moved from ATL to New York as a teenager. Listen, come on through. Let me know when you're coming. I want all of us to experience Paris. I want all of us to. It changed my life. I'm not even gonna lie to you. It absolutely changed my life. And Paris is a place people either love it or hate it, but it's so many other places you can go when you come to Paris. London is 2 hours away by train. You got Amsterdam, hour and some change away, right? You've got Germany, same thing, less than 2 hours away. You've got all these. You can go to Sweden in like 3-ish hours. You've got the south of France, 3-ish hours. You've got so many places that you can go from here. So many countries, and that's what I love about it. Like, you don't even have to get on a plane. You can just get on the train if you want. Okay, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes, the fifth world. We were given a body to move about the earth. Right. We can just move. We can just go. We don't have to say nowhere. We can go. Absolutely. We can go. We can go. And as I was talking to someone yesterday who like I told you, the gentleman who's from the DMV, we were talking and he was like, yeah, he's again reconnecting with his roots, and he's been traveling around. And it's interesting because a lot of times I feel like we have fear. And it's like, baby, do you know we survived the United States? We can go anywhere. We can go anywhere. Anywhere. ATL Sugar. I love it. Okay. Europe online for 60 years studying French. Yes. Yes. I love it. You're going to have a time. You're going to have a great time. You're going to have a great time. It's so many places to go here. I mean, I looked at this moving as being like, this is what was going to be where I was going to explore the world. So you're not far from Africa, right? You're not far. It literally cuts the trip in half, right? You're Portugal short. I wouldn't necessarily get on a train to go to Portugal, but if you want to go to Portugal or Italy, those are flights under a couple hours, right? You want to go to, I mean, Sweden, Switzerland. I think to get to, you can get to, if you want to go to Morocco, Northern Africa, that's like a couple hours away by flight. If you want to go to Western Africa, Senegal, I think is like 6 hours away by flight, if you have a direct flight from Paris. So I'm telling you, like, for me, this was more than just about Paris itself. It was about, this is a place where I can go and move around, right? And travel. And I encourage people too to hit up different areas of France as well. So the south of France, it's a whole vibe. You'll love it. You'll love it. I'm telling you, you will love it. If you can build some time into your trip, if you can get like 1 week in Paris, 7 to 10 days, and then maybe 7 to 10 days in the south of France, you will love it. I'm telling you, you will love it. Yeah, it is. And don't get me wrong, it is not easy to travel within the continent. That's done by design. It is a very long trip. It's expensive. A lot of times it's more expensive it's hard to get around. I was just talking with someone and they were saying how it's easier to get around Africa by bus than it is by plane. So you can go from Senegal to Mali to all these different places. So, oh, the luxury bucket list. Listen, call me today years old, but why did I not find out until maybe earlier this year that Christian Louboutin was Egyptian? I got Egyptian and French. How did I not know that? I saw the photo and was like, hold on. What black man is this? Did not even know. Did not even know the man's true roots. But yeah, the luxury bucket list. I had the chance to go to his property, his hotel property in Portugal, in Lisbon. When I tell you, it's absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. The fifth world is a vibe. It has been. we're often received very well here. I will admit we're often received very well, and we don't tend to forget how you don't forget when you're treated well. Now, some people don't have the best experiences here. I get that. I understand and I understand. But when you are treated well in a place, you do not forget that. I know when I got here, I didn't forget how I was treated, and I was like, oh no, I got to keep coming back. I came back. I came twice in 2017. Came back again maybe 7 or 8 months later. Then took a break and didn't come for a couple of years and was missing it, right? Then the pandemic happened. Then I couldn't come. Then I came back in 2021 as soon as they allowed us to come back, and it was on. It was on from there. It was on. I was back. I was back. I was back. Ooh. Oh, I know your collection is amazing. Oh, you have some signed pairs. Oh my God. Oh, oh my goodness. The luxury bucket list. We need to know this story. We need to know, please. We need to know this story. Yes. I love it. I love it. I love it. Yes. Okay. Love this story. We need to know more details. I love it. That is an amazing story. I love it. So you must go to his hotel property. It's outside of Lisbon. When I tell you, like, we went, me and some friends, and we had lunch. And yeah, it was an amazing time. And the building itself is beautiful. I'm going to share some of my photos from that trip. It was how long ago was it? Almost 3 years ago. But when I tell you, if you can imagine, like, the floors of this property have the classic, the trademarked Louboutin color. When I tell you, the place is beautiful. It's beautiful. Beautiful. But no, the luxury bucket list. We want to hear your story, girl. You want to hear your story. We love it. We love it. We love a good story time. Yes. Definitely check out Lisbon. I feel like you'll love it. There are so many Black Americans who are there. So many. So many. And I wish I had spent more time in Lisbon itself. We were more so outside of Lisbon, maybe like a couple hours away. Well, not really far, maybe like an hour on the coast. Alcachete, Cascais, where else? Cointra, or something like that. We were definitely outside of Lisbon, but it wasn't very far. And then we went to Madeira, which was like a short plane ride away. But it was an amazing, when I tell you, it was amazing, 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 amazing. I cannot wait for you to go to. Please go and let me know what you think. I need to get back there because that sun is, the food was amazing. The sun is amazing. Simple lifestyle. You say bom dia and people are just, they're happy you're even trying to speak. It's not like France, France is a little different in terms of the language and what their expectations, but I had a great time there. One of my most favorite trips, honestly. So I cannot wait for you to go too. But y'all, okay, y'all. So it's been almost an hour. Let me get up and get myself ready to enjoy my day here. Thank you all so much for joining me at Really Though, at the Luxury Bucket List, at the Fifth World. I'm going down my list now. ATL Sugar ATL. What up? What up? Who else we got here? Who commented? Let's see. I'm going down the list. Thank you. Oh, Candy Pops, Orange Cap Music, Nat Cook over here in France. Let's see. Who else we got? Who else? I think that's, D Daily. I don't know if they're still on. Let's see. David Jones. Hello, David Jones. Oh, also This World History. Let me not forget This World History. Aisha. Thank you all so much for joining me on the live. Make sure you share this channel. Subscribe if you aren't subscribed. Like the live. Thank you all so much. That helps me as a YouTube creator. I'm going to get ready to get up and start my day. It's a nice day here. Y'all have a good morning, afternoon, evening, whatever it is, wherever you are. Have a great day. And don't forget to, I don't know, have a great black ass day, y'all. I'll talk to y'all later. Bye-bye.